EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First play, Watson to the air. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want a
touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here in Vegas. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Raiders 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It's a gain of 11. And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Raiders at 12-3 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 41, Cousins. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They go play action. Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Well, they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through it. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
2-yard line.
They motion the running back out left. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
In motion left, the tight end. Again, it's Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0.
Raiders nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to try and go deep again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion right is Jones. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. David Njoku, 41 yards.
And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw again on second down. Cousins.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and
From the 38, Cousins. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Cousins on 1st down. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there. 26 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jacobs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One more time with Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. This San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
No time now.
On 1st down, Watson.
We'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Nwonger now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to mind.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 24, Watson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, San Francisco.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
In motion, the tight end. Now Mostert off the read option. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing second and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Here's Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play and a third interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They tried out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 52, Raiders 13. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Cousins.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for another Las Vegas.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Play action now. Cousins.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Throwing. Cousins.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go with Jacobs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Watson off play action.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football on this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league. And they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change